Hey guys, so obviously, if you've followed me for a while, it has been so long since I've done any type of video. I don't even post on social media hardly anymore. Um, Basically, life has just been a little crazy. I've been very sick with this pregnancy, so I don't really do a whole lot. It's surprising to see myself even in glam, as I really don't even wear makeup anymore, if we're being real. So I've been chilling out. I stay at home now, and my husband and I were talking, and it's like I needed something to spark passion again. And I think for a long time I was very concerned with the limelight and like people watching and, you know, getting the affirmation from others, which is great. Like honestly, like I built an entire career on people's opinions and I'm so thankful for that. But for this channel, I just wanted to be something totally different. Honestly, I want to help people. I want to showcase what I know. I've been in the beauty industry now for over 10 years. And I just want to make people feel good. And I've noticed a lot of YouTube in the beauty community has changed so much. A lot of it now is like so many amazing products are getting sent to these people, and a lot of us really don't have the funds to be purchasing new products all the time. I know I don't. I used to buy a lot of stuff when I worked at Sephora, but now I just try to keep it simple in terms of what I'm using and, you know, using the whole product before I just have to buy new. So hopefully this channel is for you and it's relatable in terms of that. Who knows, maybe one day it'll glow up, and I will have a ton of followers and get sent PR and be able to do that. But for now, that's just not where I'm at in life, and that's okay. So together we might grow and learn some new things. And yeah, hopefully I can help you with a little bit of the knowledge that I have, and you can help me just the same. So today's video was actually a suggestion that I got on my makeup artist Facebook page. It was about contouring. So as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, I am pregnant, and contouring has been great because my face has really filled out, I mean, as you can see. And I do have some cream contour underneath. I like to do a double layer when I do glam makeup. I don't every day, obviously, I mentioned that before, but it's just something that makes me feel good. It gives your bone structure a little bit more definition, and it looks really great in pictures, which we all know we live in a picturesque society now, where everything is based on comments and likes and, as I mentioned before, attention. So now I just kind of want to focus on what makes me feel good, how I feel good in a group setting, and simple ways to do your makeup on a daily basis that's not overwhelming. So hopefully I can break this down in a simplistic type of way to kind of help you guys. So I do already have my foundation on, cream contour, which I can do a separate video for. Eyebrows, eyelashes, lips. You know, I didn't do my hair. I did get these clips. There's like a bundle of them on Amazon. They're really nice because they don't really leave creases, at least that I found. And you just want to make sure your hair is back so you can actually sculpt out, you know, your whole face and not get in your hair. So let's get started. You don't really need a ton of products for this, and what I'm showcasing is not necessarily what you have to get, but I'm a girl on a budget, and I try to spend money where I deem that it should fit and what fits in my personal, you know, life. But they do make alternatives, drugstore and high-end. I'll be using both. I'll tell you where to get them if possible, and if I have another suggestion, you know, something that may work well, I'll try to add that in as much as I can. But of course, if you guys have questions, comments, concerns, suggestions for other videos, please leave them below, because how else am I going to create content to help you guys if I don't know what you want? So let's do that. Anyhow, also I did spray tan, so I have a spray tan, but my hands are still pasty because I washed them after, and that's what happens. So it is what it is. Now that I've rambled for almost 5 minutes, hopefully we can get through this and the video won't be super long and you guys can enjoy it. I just felt like I should give you guys at least a bit of an intro since it's been like a long time. So first things first, I'm actually going to be using the Shade and Light Contour palette from Kat Von D Beauty. This is a vegan brand, and what I really like about this stuff is that they do have a huge palette with all three skin tone shades for contouring, but this one I like specifically because it's compact. It's only $23. It'll last you a super long time, and it has the highlight shade and the contour shade, both matte, which I would definitely suggest when you're contouring and highlighting your skin to make it matte, and then you can add your highlighters on top of it, which I will mention what that is, because obviously I said highlight, but really there's two different forms of highlight. At least that's how I describe it. So let's get going. I'm not sure if you guys have seen anything else or know anything about contouring, but as I mentioned, it's really supposed to define the structure of your skin, not your skin, but your face shape, and then obviously it's going to, what am I trying to say? It's going to change the color of your skin in a sense in certain areas. So if you're just trying this, sometimes it can get muddy, but hey, we all have to start somewhere, and that's okay. Just keep on blending, girl, or guy, who's ever watching. So what I like to do is I'm going to start with just a little fluffy brush, nothing too big, and I'm just going to place that under the eye just to kind of brighten that area up. Oh, it got pretty bright. I'll turn that down a little. Perfect, so I can actually see. And then a little on the chin. With women especially, our chins are super hormonal, so any redness would be gone with that, hopefully. This has a lot of yellow in it, so it's nice because it counteracts the red. And when you go underneath the eyes, it's great to go in a triangle kind of motion here. I don't know if you can see. And you want to always go back to the hairline as well. And then I do a little bit on the forehead. I do notice that sometimes it looks a little cakey if I get too much of the lighter powder, because it's a pretty heavy, I wouldn't say heavy necessarily, but very pigmented, so keep that in mind. I'll do my nose highlight after my contour. It's kind of weird, but just what I like to do. So when it comes to contouring your face, there's so many different brushes. Try not to get overwhelmed. It can be very overwhelming. However, you don't have to spend hundreds of dollars on brushes. I mean, I like Real Techniques, honestly. Like, those are some of my favorite brushes. Morphe has great brushes. They even have a brush club you can be a part of. Like, there's just so many great ones. So I'm sure you've seen brushes that are kind of straight like this. This creates more of a defined contour. And then I also really like to use this fluffy brush. It's by Morphe. It's the R14. It as well is really nice if you want more of a natural. But for today, I'll do the more defined so you guys can see kind of where I am putting the product. I don't know if you can see the cream contour, but I did do that a little bit there. I'm just going to dip a tiny bit into the deep shade, which is called Shadow Play. And we're going to start by sketching from the top of the ear to about the center of the cheek here. You don't want to ever go to your mouth because you will look very puppet-like. So try to leave 2 fingers, and that will be a really good start. Obviously I don't know why I keep saying obviously, maybe it's my word of the day, but there are so many different ways to do this. There's so many different techniques out there. There's so many different artists out there. There's so many different face shapes and structures and insecurities and things like that. So I'm not talking about really any of that. I'm just trying to give you a really easy base to start with. And I go up into the forehead, and you want to make sure you go in to the hairline, and I always go down the side, the temples here, because you don't want it to look disconnected. So really, if you can see, this is a C shape, right? And it really frames the eye, and you can really see the matte highlight underneath. So I'm just going to copy that on the other side. And you can see I'm using the side of the brush. This is a Real Techniques brush, and it's the Contour Fan Brush. I actually forgot how much I really liked this. Real Techniques I really love. If you're gonna splurge on brushes though, and you like really want nice ones, I love the It Cosmetics ones. Those are probably my favorite. I don't have a full set of them for what I need, but I do have quite a few. You can see how it's just really starting to come together. And you don't want to leave these big lines on your face. I used to do that. But those days are over. Maybe, who knows? I might change my mind tomorrow. So for the nose, I have a rather large nose. I've always had a large nose, but now that I'm pregnant, girl, I am not messing around. These noses just grow in my pregnancies, apparently. However, it was way bigger with Remington, so I'm just gonna be thankful where we're at right now. And thankful for contour. So you can use an eyeshadow brush, you know, a flat brush, something, let me see if I have one. Something like this, very small and flat. You can use a fluffy brush. There's so many different types of brushes you could use. Don't get hung up necessarily on the specific brush, because you're gonna spend so much money and so much time trying to find these things when really a small brush will be fine. Just make sure it's not super dense, because that'll deposit more pigment, and then it'll be harder to blend out. I personally like this one. I don't even know where it's from. I've had it a while, but it has a nice angle on it. But I have to be very careful, because this can definitely get, I can get heavy-handed. I'm a heavy-handed kind of queen anyway. I'm not a queen, but I've been watching RuPaul and I just can't get the lingo out of my head. So just take a tiny little bit of that powder, and I'm gonna try to use the tip of this. I mean, you want it to be so small. You want to attach to the top of your brow and go straight down the nose. And you can go a little, I like to do like a little V at the end of the nose. Oh, that got a little off track. Go all the way up into the brow. And you could even go on the sides if you want, but just try not to make it so black. I mean, black, brown, whatever color you use for your contour. Deep, dark, however you want to describe it. And then I'm going to go ahead and take that light powder from the same palette, and I'm going to try to sketch it lightly down the center of the nose. So obviously you can see a ton of lines on my face, and this is how I used to leave it, but that is not a very pretty thing. So I'm actually going to take my beauty blender that I used earlier. I don't really use the Real Beauty blenders. I use the Real Techniques sponges. Make sure you wet them. This one's a little bit damp still. You don't want to scrub on the powder because it will take it off, but it's pretty good. So I'm just going to kind of blend that out. You don't want to go too much this way, because then you're going to move your colors into one another. But you really do want to soften it. And you can tell my nose looks a little smaller, and it'll look better once I get the rest of the glittery highlight on. So pretty easy peasy. Obviously, there it goes again. I didn't go into super depth detail and like come up really like close, but I want you guys to be able to see kind of the structure of where these colors are placed, and then I'll blend it out right now with bronzer. So I have been loving the Kylie Cosmetics brand. I don't love all of her stuff, but I do love quite a bit of it. And honestly, the price point's really good. I think these bronzers are like 18 bucks or something. I got a really dark one because I gotta be a little extra sometimes. But this is Tawny Mammy. So, interesting name. Maybe it's just because I can't say it, but you know. But it's pretty dark. You don't need this dark of one. You know, Physicians Formula at the drugstore has good bronzers. I like their butter bronzer, so if you want like more of a drugstore alternative, I think Wet n Wild has some pretty good ones, so it's up to you. But I like this one, 18 bucks, it lasts a long time. To me, it's worth it. And then I use a big fluffy brush, and this is where I'm gonna kind of go in here, all the way down to the cheeks, just to warm up everything. And that really puts the colors together and it not look so striped across your face. And I always make sure to go down my neck more with the bronzer. Not only does it contour this chin action I've got going from being pregnant, but it also makes you look like your skin is all one color. So there's that. If you guys want more of an in-depth tutorial on like specific, you know, taking my time to show you, I can do that, but this is more of a realistic type pace, which you're probably going to do daily. You know, some of these videos I see last so long, and they're very in-depth and they're very great, but on a daily basis, most people don't have time to sit down for that long and do their makeup. So I just wanted to show basically what I do. So yes, anyhow, I'm gonna use the Kylie Cosmetics We're Going Shopping blush. It says very, like, you can't probably tell, it's really orange, peach, very powdery. Not my favorite blush, I'll be honest, but I did kind of an orange lip today, so I wanted to complement with the blush. I like to go, whoa, that's a lot, right here, like kind of the apples, and just kind of spread out this way. I used to always go upward, but I kind of like the way that the blush looks now, like more on the apples. However, it's not what I learned in school, it's just what I have been liking. And that's pretty peach. So I'm gonna go back in with that same bronzer brush and just kind of blend it out. Okay. Just kind of go there. Perfect. My hair is drying from the shower. I was gonna do my hair and stuff, and I thought, you know, I want to just be as real and authentic as I can on this channel and not try to come up with this image that I feel like I have to uphold. Like, I just want to be myself. I'm a mother, I'm pregnant, I stay at home, like I mentioned, all of those things. So just want to kind of do my thing, be myself, and if you follow me, you're following me for me, and that's the way I want to keep it. So next up is highlighter. This is probably expired, and I don't condone using expired makeup, but still works, doesn't smell bad, so it is what it is. I just sprayed my highlighter brush, which is also from Real Techniques. It's actually called a setting brush, and not everybody does this step. You could totally skip this step, absolutely, but I like it because it gives your skin a little bit more dimension, and it gives it a little bit more texture. So, not texture in the bad way, but texture as in, you will see here in a second, I can't really describe it. But I sprayed it with the Mario Badescu Rose Spray. This is pretty inexpensive as well. Sometimes if I don't want to get up and wet my beauty blender, I'll wet it with that, spray my makeup at the end, and just kind of blend it out with a beauty blender if I want it to be a little bit dewier. It's a good spray. So it's going to intensify the highlight, so you just spray this on, and I'm going to use this old, like I said, pretty old Trolls highlight. They don't make it. It was a limited edition Candy Johnson thing, so you guys know why I bought it. And I'm going to go above my cheek, my cheekbone here. And you can see it's adding that nice texture to my skin. I do a little bit on the tip of the nose, and I like to extend it upward, and that's going to make the nose look even smaller. Just try to remember that highlight put it on top of the lip, brings everything forward. So you have to be careful when you're doing your nose. I'm gonna actually go in a little bit with that contour brush from earlier and just kind of sharpen it up. And you can always do that at any point in time during your makeup, but this is what I got. Be careful when you put your highlighter on your lips because, or like above your lip, because it can get in your lipstick. Usually I do my lipstick last, but I just kind of wanted to showcase what I got going. So there's the video. This is my face for the day. I'm wearing a Goodwill shirt and I'm chilling out, and it's probably time for me to go get Remington. But really, I just want to say thanks for watching this video. It's been so long. I really missed you guys. I've missed playing in makeup, doing things that I used to do. I haven't really done anything. Like I said, I've been so sick. But please just tell me what you think about it. This is my first one. I might be a little rusty coming out of the gate here, but I just want to keep you guys good like you kept me. So hopefully I can share some knowledge and you guys can create some looks. If you do create a look using this video, please tag me in your pictures. You can tag my beauty page on Facebook. And yeah, we will go from there. But hopefully I'll talk to you guys soon. Leave suggestions below and I will hear from you hopefully soon. Take care, guys. Bye.